Hi everyone, in today's video I'll be showing you how to draft a skirt. The first thing you're going to do is mark 3 cm at the top of your paper, then draw a horizontal line across. Then you also mark 3 cm at the side of your paper and mark a vertical line across. Where the two lines meet, we'll call it point 0. Now from point 0 to point 1 is known as our skirt length. So where point 1 is, we're going to draw a horizontal line across. 0 to 2 is our hip measurement divided by 2. We're going to mark it from where point 0 is, and we'll repeat the same thing from where point 1 is. Once you get the measurement, you are going to draw a vertical line from top to bottom. So the same line where you have point 0, you have point 2, and the same line where you have point 1, you have point 3. Now we're going to divide point 0 to point 2 into 2 to get point 4, and we're also going to divide point 1 to point 3 into 2 to get point 5. Then we're going to draw a line. So this is point 4 and this will be point 5. The left hand side is going to be our center back, while the right hand side is going to be our center front. Point 0 to point 6 is hip measurement divided by 4 minus 2 cm. You're going to repeat this same measurement from point 2 to point 7 just so that you can get a straight line. Now I'm just ruling a straight line and I'm going to mark point 6 and point 7. Now you're going to measure from point 0 to point 6 and divide it by 2. This will give you point 8, and you're going to repeat the same thing too. You're going to measure from point 2 to point 7 to get the middle and rule a straight line. So this will be point 9. Point 10 is on the upper hip line and point 11 is on the hip line. Now for us to get point 12 and point 13, we need to calculate our waist suppression. To calculate our waist suppression, we need our hip measurement. And our hip measurement here is 112. Then we also need our waist measurement. That's our waist circumference. And the waist circumference here is 90 cm. So we'll say 112, which is our hip measurement. We'll divide this by 2 and it will give us 56 cm. Then we'll also divide our waist measurement, which is 90, divided by 2. It will give us 45 cm. So our total suppression is equals to 10 cm. Now we need to divide this total suppression between our side seam suppression. We also need to divide it between our dart suppression. The side seam suppression needs to be smaller than the dart suppression with at least 1 cm. So it means that the dart suppression should be more than the side seam with at least 1 cm. And if you want to know a good ratio to use, just take it that the side seam should be 45%, while the dart suppression should be at least 55%. If I'm to divide this 10 cm, I will say, let's say 4.5 for our side seam, while our dart suppression, let's give it 5.5. So let's be sure. 4.5 plus 5.5, that's equals to 10. So we have our side seam and our dart suppression. Now we need to divide this dart suppression, just the dart suppression. Let's do this. We need to divide this dart suppression into our front dart and our back dart. So remember, our dart suppression here is 5.5, but when we're dividing this 5.5 into the front and the back, we want to make sure that the back dart should be more than the front dart with at least 1 cm. So let's say 5.5, the front dart, let's give this 2 cm, then let's give this back dart 3 cm. So 2 plus 3, that would be 5. Now we still have 0.5 left. Now we're going to divide 0.5 into 2, which means 0.25 is going to be for the front dart and 0.25 is going to be for the back dart. Now we're going to share our side seam suppression, which is 4.5. We say 4.5 divided by 2, that will be 2.25. Then we'll also mark 2.25 from 0.4 here. Using the hip curve ruler, we'll connect from point 11 to the side seam suppression, and this will give us point 12. And we'll repeat the same thing from point 11 to the side seam suppression. This will give us point 13. The same line where you have point 8 will be point 14, and the opposite side will be point 15. At point 13, you mark 1.5 cm upward, and you mark the same 1.5 cm on point 12. Then from point 0, you mark 1 cm just upward. This would be point 16. Now we're going to connect from point 16 to point 13 with a slanted line. And we're also going to connect from point 2 to point 12 with a slanted line. Now we're going to measure from point 16 to point 13 and get the middle. This will be point 17. Then we're also going to measure from point 2 to 12, divide it by 2 to get the middle, and this will be point 18. Now we're going to mark half of the back dart suppression. So that will be 3.25 divided by 2. You'll mark it to the left and to the right to get point 19 and point 20. Then you also divide the front dart by 2. So that will be 2.25 divided by 2 to get point 21 and point 22. So this is going to be our upper hip line, and this is going to be our hip line level. To connect the dart for the back, we have to measure 3 cm below the upper hip line, and so I am just marking it. And you connect your dart leg to stop at that mark. Then for the front, you need to measure 2 cm above the upper hip line. So I'm just measuring 2 cm above the upper hip line. Then I'm going to connect from point 22 and point 21 to give me my dart. So the middle line is going to be our side seam. I'm just labeling the pattern by writing my basic skirt block, that this is the back and this is the front. But make sure that after you finish labeling, don't forget to put your straight grain line. It's very important. It enables you to know how to place your block or your pattern on a fabric before cutting. So this will be point 23 and this will be point 24. And this is our side seam. In my upcoming videos, I'll be showing you how I just play around with my blocks or my pattern. I really do not always draft patterns from scratch all the time. Once I have a basic bodice and a basic skirt block or sloper, I just do a bit of twitching and I'm good to go. So if you found value in this video, please like, subscribe, share, and don't forget to turn on that post notification button.